Jakarta, Indonesia. For a city of its huge size, 10 million people, and economic heft, Jakarta lacked many things one might expect of a thriving Asian metropolis: a metro system, for one, as well as a major international modern and contemporary art museum. The metro system will be operational in 2019, but the Contemporary Art Museum has come even sooner. On November 4, the Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art in Nusantara, known as Museum Makan, opened its doors to the public, with items from the 800 contemporary and modern works owned by Haryanto Adikosoimo, the museum's founder, an Indonesian property and chemicals tycoon turned prodigious art collector. Situated on a horseshoe-shaped floor of a tower in the western part of the city, the museum in its early days has stunned Jakarta crowds with phantasmagoric light installations like Infinity Mirrored Room, Brilliance of the Souls by Yayoi Kusuma, alongside classic Indonesian modernist paintings by the likes of Raden Saleh. Mr. Adikosoimo, 55, says he is determined to add a dose of culture to a city mainly known for its palatial shopping malls and awful traffic. If I go to Europe, I go to museums for relaxation, Mr. Adikosoimo explained, sitting on the edge of his seat in the dining room of his family's mansion in the heart of Jakarta. Indonesia still doesn't have that culture. Mr. Adikosoimo, a trustee of the Hirshhorn Museum and Sculpture Garden in Washington, has been collecting art for over 20 years, and has amassed an eclectic collection that is a mix of modernist Indonesian artists like Affandi, contemporary Western artists like Jean-Michel Basquiat and Jeff Koons, and prominent contemporary artists from Japan and China, including Ms. Kusuma and Aiy. While the eclecticism could pose a challenge to curators trying to craft coherent exhibitions out of Mr. Adikosoimo's personal collection, Aaron Sito, the museum's director, insists that the diversity is a boon. One of the things we are really looking at in the program is presenting Indonesia in the world, having conversations between Indonesia and elsewhere, said Mr. Sito, an Australian. This is what museums all around the world would like to be able to do, but their collections don't allow them to do it. One early exhibition charts the history of Indonesian art, highlighting the works of Mr. Saleh, a 19th-century Indonesian romantic painter who lived in Europe for 2 decades, to demonstrate how Indonesian artistic movements were influenced by international trends. While most of the works displayed at the museum will be from Mr. Adikosoimo's personal collection, he has invested in state-of-the-art maintenance facilities that, he said, will allow the museum to show works on loan from international museums around the world. Creating Museum Makan has been a decade-long dream for Mr. Adikosoimo, whose early attempt to collect art was washed away in the Asian financial crisis of 1997 and 1998, when his family lost nearly everything. He was forced to sell all of his most valuable pieces, including a Renoir and a beloved late Picasso, to keep creditors at bay. I needed money, so I had to sell all of my Impressionists, he said with a smile.